So I thought I would document this historical moment. See that? That happened about 5 minutes ago. Yeah. I will probably show it again tomorrow. You can already see it's bruised up. It seriously only happened about 5 minutes ago. It's swollen and it's bruised, and it's 5 minutes ago. Syngen bit me. This is what a boa constrictor bite looks like. Can't quite sure where the puncture wounds are, but I think it's like there's one here and then there's one over here. And I ran it under hot water. It hurt like hell. I think it's the same as with lizards when they bite, like well, any lizard, even though a boa constrictor is not poisonous. I think just like with lizards, the saliva is very well, it's just bad. So I rinsed the hell out of this thing. But it's kind of like a badge of honor, you know? And I bet you tomorrow when I film this, this is just going to be black. This is going to be black. It's swollen. It's going to be swollen. It's like, oh my god, I got bit by a snake. It scared me too. You know what I did? And I knew when I was doing it. Syngen is, they kept saying at the pet store that he's a very patient snake. Very patient snake. But there's one thing that snakes are, they're very territorial when it comes to their prey. He watched me put his rat in the cage. His head was right there as I deposited, I mean, I keep the rat in a plastic bag. You know, it's a frozen rat that I've run under the tap until it's thawed. So I'm depositing the rat in the cage, and he's watching. But he's already kind of making his move toward his dinner. And I dropped the plastic bag. So I have to get the plastic bag out, right? So I reach in again to get the bag, and I mean, as soon as I'm actually doing it, the thought's crossing my mind, this is probably not very smart. And just as the thought crosses my mind, bam! I mean, it was so fast, I didn't even have time to do anything. It was just lightning. I didn't even really get a look at his face, except that his jaws were open, you know? And I'm like, and I pulled back right away. I don't know if I did more damage because I pulled back, but it hurt. And you know, this bruise, that's not from the teeth. That's from the strike. And I've read about boa constrictors when they hit, the damage is more the force of the strike than it is the teeth. The teeth on a boa constrictor are small. They're not like a big snake with big fangs. They're like, you know, little teeth, like that. Still enough to puncture, certainly, and it bled pretty good. I'm just like, you know, there's certain things in life that, you know, not everybody gets to say. Not everybody gets to go say, you know what, I've been bit by a snake. It's kind of like saying, I jumped out of an airplane, or I rappelled down the world's longest commercial rappel. Cave, whatever. So I'm kind of excited. It's like, I have a snake bite. I'm an animal. I'm a real reptile wrangler now. Yes. I just can't get over it. It's bruised. It just blows my mind. It just happened. But, you know, and I can't get mad at the snake because he's just being a snake. I put my hand in his cage after I deposited his prey. That was stupid. An experienced snake person would probably have put a glove on first. But I didn't, and I got to have my first snake bite as punishment for my stupidity. I have a feeling tomorrow it's going to be very swollen and very, very, very black and blue. But I'll get to show it off at work. I'll get to say, look, my first snake bite. Big ass boa constrictor bit me. It's kind of cool. And it's also kind of cool to know what it feels like, because it's like, you know, once you know okay, so that's what the bite feels like. It's not quite as intimidating. I mean, it hurts, and it's, you don't want to get bit because it's not fun, but it's like at the same time you now know what it is. You know, obviously I've survived. You know, so it's like I've had worse from horses. I've had horse bites that were worse than this. I've been stomped and kicked by horses that were worse than this. But still not something I would want to do again. I mean, you got to show respect for an animal. It's just like with my iguanas when I got bit by. Rocky has never bit me, but Gizmo nailed me really good when she was smaller. And it was because I wasn't paying attention to her body language. She had whipped with her tail a couple times, and I ignored her. She turned around and bit, and holy shit. And I pulled away, which you should never. I mean, it's an instinctive reaction, but if you can possibly not jerk away when you get bit by a lizard, that's really the best thing, because it's like imagine a serrated edged knife. That's what it's like when they bite. That's what it is. And if you pull away. So the adrenaline's slowly starting to leave my bloodstream. I'm just like, whoa. I just can't believe that. It's a gnarly little bite. I just can't believe a snake bite. Now, wouldn't it be so funny if it was, if it had been anything poisonous? But, no, I survived. It's just kind of cool. And it's just, yeah, usually with animals, if you get hurt, it's because you're being stupid, you know? You're doing something to stupid. You're just, you know, you're breaking some rule in their little whatever, and that's what I did with the snake. And every time a lizard has bit me, it's because I was doing something stupid. I wasn't giving the animal respect. So that's all, you know. That's all. That's the lesson here is mostly I just wanted to show off my battle wounds here. It's kind of cool, I think. But also I just, you know, lesson learned. Don't put your hand in a snake cage after you've put the food in. Not very smart idea. So, you know, I'll be making a video tomorrow, probably tomorrow morning, to show off what this thing looks like. Maybe it won't be as bad as I think. But I have a feeling, because it's just the nature of the location of the bite. You know, there's really not much between my skin and the bone and stuff. It's probably going to be pretty, I'm thinking it'll probably get pretty dark, but I could be wrong. So anyway, just wanted to share my special moment with you guys. If you've been watching, thanks. Bye!